Good evening, my fellow friends and YouTubers. This is Kurt. Welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on YouTube. Well, guys, it's time for another video game review. Now, this time we're going to be playing a classic. This is Pac-Man, made by Namco in 1980. Now, I wanted to mention that this is actually being played on a new bar-top arcade machine I just finished. If you want to check out this bar-top arcade machine, go to my channel, look under Black Knight Bar-top Arcade. You can actually see what this machine looks like. The control panel and everything, you know, how the speakers and everything are in place, and also get a chance to look at the cabinet itself. Alright, so let's go and do some gameplay here on Pac-Man. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention about Pac-Man is I usually like to play Pac-Man with the speed-up hack, and I'm going to show you actually how I do that in MAME. And you're going to see the ghosts too, like Shadow, Blinky, Speedy, Pinky, Bashful, Inky, and Pokey Clyde. I never forget looking at those because I fortunately played this at a laundromat I actually had when I was growing up in 1980. I was 10 years old at the time. My mom, when she was getting her laundry done, I used to play this on a Pac-Man machine they actually had in the laundromat. And they played this machine so much that the control panel was actually worn down to the metal. But it still worked, and that money, they made a lot of money with that machine. I remember playing that. Now, one of the things that people have been asking about is how do I enable the speed-up hack on Pac-Man? Well, with MAME, you can actually download what are called game cheats. And the way you do that is you go to Google, just type in MAME game cheats, you download the game cheats, and then you load them into your MAME to make them actually work. And there's videos that will tell you how to actually, where to put the cheat file and everything. But what it will do is, when you download the file, you'll get a menu. On the menu, you'll get a thing called cheat. And what you do is you go down to where your cheat file is, and then you're going to have a thing where it says enable cheats. And these are all the different cheats that you have. Like you have invincibility lies, speed up hack. I'm actually going to enable the speed up hack for Pac-Man because that's what I want to use for this. But you also have other hacks you can use for other games as well. It allows you to play games, you know, using cheats and things. You can have things like double shots and things like that. Very, very handy. Okay. All right. Now you're going to notice it's in fast mode now and speed up. It's in speed up mode now. So let's go and begin. And do you ever get tired of hearing that music? That is so classic 80s. When you hear that music, that just screams 80s. And you can see it's a very simple game, but it's also a lot of fun too. Really, really great game. I have a little pattern that I use in this beginning one, like what you're seeing here. I have a little pattern that I use, and usually that little pattern works pretty well for the most part. It does okay. And now we're going to get a chance to see our first cartoon. I always thought the intermissions were nice too. Really neat. Very, very cool. And the one thing, too, I've always found that Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, one thing they both have in common too is they're very relaxing when you play them. It can be a very relaxing game. Even when I played in the laundromat, I always found it to be kind of a relaxing game to play. Now, of course, it's a little different in the laundromat because I was playing with the I was playing. I usually had people watching when I was playing, which kind of made it, having friends and stuff to talk to did make it kind of unique. But a lot of times I'll just sit down and play Pac-Man like this and just really get a chance to unwind and relax. Get away from the everyday by playing it. And this basically is like a throwback to my childhood. And that's one of the reasons that I love playing Pac-Man. I always enjoyed it. And same thing with Miss Pac-Man too. Really, really good stuff there. Really, really good. All right, time for another cartoon. And I also like the way they do the bonus, like the fruits and things. I always thought that was pretty cool too with Pac-Man. I always like the variety of fruits and things they have too, because like they'll have like the galaxians and things down here on the bottom. Really, really cool stuff. Now we get to our second key, actually our second medal. The keys we'll see a little later. I hope I can get up to the keys. We'll see if we can get up there too. I think we have another cartoon coming up. Let's see. No, maybe after the next one. Yeah, we're up to the Galaxians. I think it's right after the Galaxians. We'll see if we get one after this. So what do you guys think? Pac-Man's pretty cool, huh? Pretty neat game, huh? Yeah, I think we'll get another cartoon. Let's see. We did. Alright. Looks like the black side. Alright. Oh! Now, I did have somebody ask me, somebody was asking me, what joystick am I using to play my Pac-Man on? And I'll tell you, I'm using a Seimitsu LS32 joystick. Now, I did have it set on 8-way mode because I use a lot of my games use 8-way mode. The best way to do it is to have it set on 4-way mode. But I find the Seimitsu LS32 does great. I've been using them over 10 years now on all my arcade machines, and that's the only joystick that I use, and I found it works phenomenally well for all the games I need to play. Now the speed, of course, is going to, because of the fact the speed is faster too, it is a little harder to control with it on fast speed versus on regular speed, but I manage okay. I manage all right with it. And now we're up to our first key. So, and I always thought the keys were, I always loved the fact when you made it to the key, that was like being a hero in the arcade when I used to play. I used to love getting up to the keys. Now, one thing about the cartoons, you're going to notice the cartoons may look a little bit off when you see them playing. That's because I'm using a speed-up hack. When you use a speed-up hack, it does make the cartoons look a little bit goofy, but they still work, but they do look a little, visually they look a little bit different because I'm using that hack that I was telling you about. So just keep that in mind, too. Alright guys, so there you go. So there's Pac-Man. Now I also want to mention too that on my channel right now I do have merchandise available. If you want to, keychains, face masks, phone covers, things like that, bags, shirts. If you want to check those out, just go to my channel, look under the description, and you'll see there's a link to my online store as well. Alright guys, I want to thank you again, by the way, for tuning into the Curse Place channel here and checking out my review of Pac-Man. And as always, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day now. Bye-bye now. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.